welcome to my Facebook Live here on my business page at To Be To Serve. This week I want to take it on a stage further, having people understand that the most important thing in their business for them to be successful, the support you really need in your business is not what you think. It's really prioritizing your business environment over the elements. I'm going to explain what I mean by that today because it's really important that you understand that your business environment is the thing that determines your business success before all of the elements. Now, the elements, what are they? Well, the elements are your marketing strategy, sales strategy, your operations, your finance, your people, all the processes and systems you have in your business are all vital for your success, but they're the elements. And those elements sit within the environment. And the environment is where the magic happens in your business. Because if the environment is wrong, if the environment doesn't work for you, then guess what? Your business is not going to succeed. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, here's an example. And this is an example I learned just recently. And you know I've had cancer and I've been dealing with that, and this was so it's pertinent to that, but it really demonstrates to me the power of the environment. So they did an experiment where they took cancer nuclei, so the nucleus, which is the bit at the middle of a cell, and they took it out of the cell and they put it into the cytoplasm, which is the environment that the nucleus sits inside. And so they put cancerous nucleuses into non-cancerous or healthy cytoplasm, the bit that's the environment around it. And they injected those cells into 69 mice and only one got cancer, excuse me. So 68 didn't. Now what that meant is that the healthy cytoplasm, the healthy environment actually damaged the cancer to such an extent that it didn't successfully grow. Brilliant. But then they did the opposite. They took the the healthy nucleus from a healthy cell and put it into the cytoplasm of a cancerous cell. And they then put that into 100 rats, and over 90 of them developed cancer. So the healthy nucleus inside a cancerous environment, the cytoplasm, turned into a cancerous cell. So, and that's just like your business, because all of the elements you have are really important for success. But if the environment is wrong, then the successful elements can't work. They're going to get squashed, changed, damaged, and you're going to end up with a cancerous environment in your business, which is not going to allow you to succeed. And in fact, I wrote a book called Frustration from Source to Solution, How to Beat the Emotional Cancer. And I wrote this about 4 years ago, and it's available on Amazon. I'll put the link in after the webinar. And what that was taking really the thoughts of Stephen Covey when he described the 5 metastasizing emotional cancers as criticizing, complaining, comparing, competing, and judging your own self-worth, your personal worth, as the metastasizing. And I was taking up, right, okay, what are you going to do about dealing with that? Because one of the biggest things we get is frustration. And frustration is a really dreadful thing, and it really eats away at you. And if you can deal with frustration in a positive or remove frustration, then other things, other emotions can succeed and flourish. But you've got to get rid of the frustration first. So what is it about the way we look at our business that we can start to change this so that you, and by the way, you are really about 60 to 80% of your business environment. What you do, how you behave comes from you, and that determines the business environment you're in. And if you just join me, going back, we're talking about the power of the environment over the elements to give you the success in your business. Because most people might have thought when I started a Facebook Live called The Support You Need to Succeed is I'm just going to pitch coaching at you. That's not what this is about. This is about how you control the environment your business sits in, and how you, if you get that bit right, will support yourself in developing the success you so look for. So there are 2 types of leadership. There's self-serving leadership, and in a self-serving leadership situation, you may have found yourself being this person, or you may have worked for that person. Their whole focus is on their personal success. Going back to Stephen Covey's emotional cancers, their personal worth. That's where their focus is. It's on themselves. It's all about them. It's self-serving. But what we really need to find is servant leadership, which is selfless serving. And a selfless serving leader isn't worried about their own personal success. It's not about them. It's about being significant in their environment. It's about creating an environment that allows people to flourish. So they're significant, not successful. So self-serving leadership is where they're chasing success for themselves, and it's all about themselves. Selfless serving leadership is all about being significant to their environment, significant to their team, being able to really help those people grow and develop. And that leadership part is one of the core foundations of any business, but it's only one of the core foundations. The real building blocks of the environment start with mindset. Now, in a contributive environment or a contribution environment, the mindset you need to have as a leader or a manager, somebody who's working with other people, is you have to have a mindset based around contribution, trying to create the opportunity for contribution the whole time. You've got to be transformative, not just one-off transformation. You've got to have a mentality, a mindset that is continuously transformative, continually looking at ways to be better than you were yesterday. And you need to be able to support natural hierarchies, not the old-fashioned hierarchies, which are all power-based. So I'm the boss, I'm at the top of the ladder, I'm in charge, I'm going to tell you what to do. That's the old type of hierarchy. I was giving a talk on Monday to the Guildford Hub, and there was a lovely guy there who was actually talking about his law firm. Sorry, the computer just went fine, just changed that up. Which was, he's responsible for business development. Now, if he's responsible for that sort of thing, and he has a particular element that he can support business development on, then at that point in time, he's at the top of the pile for that contribution. So in nature, hierarchy is determined by the contribution you make to the clan, the tribe, the team, the organization, whatever it may be, not your position. Because your position may give you power, but power and hierarchy are completely different. Hierarchy really should be about contribution, not power. So the mindset is a contributing mindset, a transformative mindset, and a mindset that seeks out natural hierarchy and supports and grows natural hierarchy. Then it's the physical environment. Well, the physical environment has got to support the network of relationships that is your business. What does that mean? Well, your business, even if you're working for yourself, is made up of a network of relationships. Now, if you are a solopreneur working for yourself, the key relationship is your relationship with your business and your business's relationship with you. Yes, think about that for a minute. You have a relationship with your business. There's a purpose for your relationship with your business, and there's a purpose for your business's relationship with you, how you serve each other, selfless serving. And to make that work, there has to be a dynamic. And that is a group of people working together. It's the multiple relationships, the network of relationships that makes up that business. Those relationships have to be selfless serving of each other, and they have to have a clear purpose. If you can support those relationships in the physical world, then you've got a dynamic that's going on that enables that. The dynamic may be your processes, your systems. Those all things are part of the physical, but also the look and feel of the building, the physical space for people to operate. Everyone crammed into a room isn't going to be a great experience. A bigger space giving you freedom to be able to think and focus is really important. That's why you see so many of these new organizations starting up, and there's sort of a flourish at the minute of these workspaces you can go and work in. Places where you can go and book a table or a desk or an office for a day, or work with a group of people, or meet other people who are like-minded to get help because you're working from home on your own alone. And if you're working from home the whole time, you may need to escape from that, from the children, from the wife or the husband, or from the pressures of being at home, maybe just the housework, and go somewhere to work and focus on something in a different space, so that you change the physical space. There was a lady on Monday who just come actually from a house share living space to her own place that she had complete control over. Much better space for her to be able to work. And then it's the foundations. So mindset, physical, and then the foundations. And the foundations are your purpose, your vision, your values, and the roles that make up your organization, that make up your business. Even if you're just one person, you still have different roles you have to play, and those need to be clear. Then it's about the behavior that you're going to have in your business. Because if you're going to behave in a particular way, then you'll be able to deliver those particular purpose, vision, values, and foundations and roles in your business. Then it's about the customer experience. Your business is designed to serve a specific type of customer, your perfect customer. So you've got to make sure that the customer experience is clearly understood so that you can actually deliver it and people can contribute to that. And then finally, you need the nice leadership. Now, that's not a simple phrase. Nice means nurturing, inspiring, importantly, challenging and empowering. So nurture, inspire, challenge, empower. That sort of leadership gives you that leadership which is selfless, serving leadership. It's about significance. It's about creating the environment for people. And so the leader is responsible for holding this environment together, made up of the mindset, the physical, and the foundations. Now get that bit right and your business has much more chance of success because you are putting a healthy cytoplasm round the nucleus. And whatever you put into the nucleus, the elements you put in, which will be your marketing strategy, your sales, your systems, your processes, your financial structure, your financial investment structure, your people structure, and your operations processes, all of those in a healthy environment can work together and can succeed. But if they're in an unhealthy environment, they're going to compete, they're going to get criticized, people are going to start making complaints and comparing, and everyone's going to be fighting for their personal worth because they're not going to be appreciated for the contribution that they're making. Now, why is this relevant? Well, I think today we are in one of the most challenging periods of our history ever, because for the first time ever in 2016, the number of businesses that, the majority of businesses, if you like, in employment and in GDP contribution, moved from being large companies, that's over 250 employees, so the corporations, to small to medium enterprises, that's under 250 employees. So 60% of business in this country now is SMEs, not large businesses. But it gets even more interesting because of that 60% split. But when you actually break it down into types of business, 76% of businesses in this country that only produce 7% of the GDP, admittedly, but 76% are actually sole traders. 20% of those companies are companies with sort of 1 to 9 employees, or more than 1 employee to 9 employees. And only 4% are 10 to 50 employees. And then there's 1% that is 50 to 249 employees, and it's less than 1% of businesses that are over 250 employees. Now, those are private registered companies, not public companies. To forget the NHS or the army or the police force or all that sort of stuff, no, they're not included. Now, just think about that for a minute. When you work for a large company, you had an amazing structure around you. You were able to rely on that structure, that environment to work. You started working your own. You don't have that structure in place. So what is it that you can do to create an environment for your business that enables you as an individual or you as a small team of people, the 76% of you as sole traders or the 20% of you who have up to 9 employees, that 96% of companies, how is it that you can really focus on creating the perfect environment for your business to succeed? And it really comes down to looking at how you get the right mindset. You as an individual are 80% of your environment because it comes from you. You are the standard bearer, you are the driver, you're the force that makes it work. Then it's making sure the physical environment's right so it supports that network of relationships that your business needs to rely on. And by the way, a really key network of relationships is between your business and your customers. And the final part is the foundations. Getting really clear on your purpose, your vision, your values, and the roles that need to be played in your organization, and lead them with significance, nice leadership, so that they really can definitely help each other, contribute to your business. And everybody who's involved with your business gets to make their full contribution because you've made it really clear what's expected of them, the behavior expected of them, and the customer experience you're trying to deliver. And if you get that right, the environment, then you can go away and work on the marketing, the sales, the operations, the finance, and the people, because you'll have the environment that you can put those elements in where those elements are going to succeed. So once you've got the environment right to succeed, the correct environment to succeed, then focus on putting the right elements in it. Now, there's a lot I've just put in there. This was a 1 hour talk on Monday. It was a 90-minute lecture that was going to be last week, and I've just condensed it into 16 minutes. So there's a lot in there. So if you're not really sure about it, or you'd like to ask more questions, why not book a call with me? And I put the link in after this, just so you can book those free calls with me. You can book it up. We can have a 30-minute chat to see how you can focus on building your perfect environment for your business. And I'll also put the link into the book as well. So if you want to learn about how to get rid of frustration, if frustration is a big thing for you, I think it's £7.60 on Amazon at the minute. So I'll put the link into Amazon as well for that. Hope you enjoyed this morning. Please go back and watch it if you joined a bit later. And I look forward to seeing you next week, where I'm going to pick on one of these elements a bit more. And I'm going to do a piece on really understanding how purpose, vision, values and roles is a key part of your foundation. So it's just going to be a short one just on those 4 elements, so that you can understand how they fit into creating part of the environment of a perfect business. Have a great week. Look forward to speaking to you then. Bye for now.